Thank you, Sahir. Pakistan has apparently said that the pilot release will be a peace gesture. The Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan said the Indian Air Force pilot will be released tomorrow. We know that this will be a massive reason for a sigh of relief across the country for people who are very concerned about the well-being of Wing Commander Abhinandan. But he will be released, confirmed by the Pakistan Prime Minister tomorrow. And this is I mean, we were talking this entire morning about conditions that Pakistan wanted to place. India put out, and India standing its ground very clearly, saying we will not accept any conditions at all. Pakistan obviously is buckled now and said that we will release him as a peace gesture. So really what Pakistan wants right now is to de-escalate the situation, and this is perhaps the best way to do that. This is information that's coming in. Imran Khan has made a statement saying the Indian Air Force pilot, Wing Commander Abhinandan, who was captured by Pakistan yesterday and has been in custody of Pakistan since then, will be released tomorrow. He has made this announcement in Parliament, which is very important. He has said that they will release him, and they will release him as a peace gesture. Vinay Tiwari is with me in the studio. Vinay, this is extremely important. This means that the hard line that our Ministry of External Affairs had taken, saying that we will not negotiate with you, has paid off.
Absolutely. It's absolutely paid off. And it also tells you that the international pressure on Pakistan has also been a factor behind them realizing the dangers and the damages of continuing to hold him hostage. I mean,
yes.
The fact that he was, there's been universal condemnation of what Pakistan did and support for what India did. Pakistan's isolation has also played a big role in that. And I think the Indian government's consistent position on not negotiating a thing, even though if you remember, the Pakistanis did try that. The Qureshi's comment earlier in the day did talk about we will do it if it brings down escalation. That was conditional. But I think the Indian response about no conditions, no deal, nothing. You have to release him without any conditions has paid off, and it's paid off massively.
But I also want to look at this portion of the comment that Imran Khan has made, which is that the release will be a peace gesture. So what he's saying effectively is that he wants to de-escalate from here. He doesn't want this going any further.
One is de-escalation for sure. This will certainly de-escalate the situation. But I think this is more of trying to score a brownie point. He's just trying to portray themselves as peace-loving. That's yes. Also the reason behind using this terminology is because they want to have a moral upper ground in saying, oh, we did it because we wanted peace. So this is also positioning. But the fact of the matter is that this has been done because they've realized there is no maneuvering space for Pakistan anymore. And they are in no position to actually carry out any kind of a negotiation or to attempt a quid pro quo from the Indian side, because the Indian side is extremely clear about releasing the wing commander unconditionally.
Let me just read out some of the statements that are coming in at this point, and I'll read out, Prime Minister Imran Khan has said he tried to call Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the phone because escalation is not in our interest or in India's interest. I wonder if that call didn't go through because network has been so bad lately. But to say that he tried to call, this goes against what we know about, bilateral conversations. They don't happen. I mean, it's not like you pick up the phone and attempt to dial someone.
Yeah, no, so I think what he meant was that they have sent a message to the Indian Prime Minister's office that they want to talk, but it has not happened yet. But I mean, I think they were trying to say that the message that has been sent was sent because we wanted this to de-escalate. That's the idea.
He also says, and this is from PTV News official, from their verified account, they're quoting the Prime Minister. He said, in our desire for peace, I announced that tomorrow, as a first step to open negotiations, Pakistan will be releasing the Indian Air Force officer in our custody. Two nations with weapons of mass destruction should not divulge on the path of war. I seek peace with India. He goes on to say, I address the Indian government. Do not force us for retaliation. We are prepared for any eventuality and response. I beseech India not to force us down the path of war. He goes on to say, the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar chose to live in bondage. Tipu Sultan chose to die free. The hero of Pakistan is Tipu Sultan. That's actually not connected to anything else in any way. It's a really random sort of postscript attachment to make to that statement. But to examine a couple of things that he said, our first step to open negotiations. He's used the word dialogue, he's used the word negotiation, he's used the word let's talk about it a lot. Does this mean anything?
No, it doesn't, because I'll tell you why. Because he is addressing his own constituency right now. In the parliament, he's talking, there is a very belligerent opposition that was already gunning for him.
Yes.
He's facing a problem from within Pakistani people as well. The only slight handle that they got was Wing Commander Abhinandan's capture. This was the only talking point they perhaps got to some extent. But the fact of the matter is, all this is about addressing his own constituency. He's trying to position himself as somebody who is interested in peace and trying to portray as if India is the country which is wanting a war.
Yes, which is pushing for war, and he's begging us to be more reasonable. Yeah. Major General P.K. Sehgal is with us. Major General Sehgal, obviously this is good news for all of us who sort of had most of our thoughts on Wing Commander Abhinandan, and we wanted him to come home. His family is going to be so relieved as well that he is going to come home. But the rest of the statements being made by Pakistan saying that we're releasing him as a peace gesture, we're releasing him as our attempt to open negotiations.